Welcome back. It's Brandon.
It's Lindsay.
So today we'll be talking about our top 5 albums of 2019. Ooh,
it's been a good year.
It's been a good year, but the music-wise, album-wise wasn't the best.
I feel like too, a lot of good artists put out albums 2018.
Yes.
And so for me, it was really hard for me to pick a top 5 this year.
Yeah. So we're gonna work from number 5 to 1. Like we said, we just top 10. It's a little hard.
It was a little hard for us, yeah.
I can probably do it, but it's still gonna be a little hard because I don't. My top 5 is like the top, like.
They're the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can talk about your 5th one and then.
All right, so number 5 for me is gonna be Fine Line, Harry Styles. It's not out yet, but it will be out December 13th.
December 13th.
And I already know going into this that this is gonna be my top 5 album of the year.
Okay.
Because here's why.
Adore you.
Lights Up, iconic.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, coming out swinging like that, who does Harry think he
Who
is?
does he think he is?
He did SNL, where he, as soon as the episode started, dropped Watermelon Sugar. And that was a lot for me as a fan because I'm trying to stream SNL as a college student on my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, probably illegally, but it wasn't
It's okay.
illegally because I downloaded YouTube TV and then I had to pay for the trial. It was a lot.
It was a lot.
You know?
Yeah.
And then he dropped a song and I'm like, do I watch the monologue or do I listen to the song?
Mm-hmm.
He had me like, what do I do? So I had to wait.
Exactly.
Till he performed it live so I could get, you know. But then he did this thing where he released Adore You. And
That's a bop. That's a whole bop.
so Fine Line for me, number 5. It's not out yet, but I can guarantee you that every song on the album
is gonna slap.
Yes, it's gonna be amazing.
My number 5 is Fever, Megan Thee Stallion. I just got into Megan this year. Okay, so the beginning of the year, I kept seeing her single from her EP, Tina Snow, come out with Big Ol' Freak and she was dancing to it and everything. And I was like, well, maybe I'll get into her because I also saw that a lot of Nicki fans were liking her. Because if you guys don't know, I'm a big Nicki stan. So I totally forgot. She had this like freestyle thing, the Stally freestyle that I heard a while back. And I just kind of forgot that was Megan Thee Stallion until I was getting back into her. So when I listened to Tina Snow, I really enjoyed it. And then she came out with Fever. I really love Fever. Okay, you have bops like, I don't even know the tracks. So you have Reeler. I love Reeler. That song slaps. Hood Rat, love that. Pimpin', one of my favorite songs. Cash with DaBaby, that is my favorite song of this year.
Favorite song,
that is one of my favorite songs of this year.
You like DaBaby a lot.
And I love
when someone releases a song like who's like a great collaboration.
Yes.
I feel like that's a great pair.
And DaBaby and Megan said that they want to make a collab album. I would love for you guys to do that. So if you want to, you know, clash together and talk about all that stuff, perfect.
We're here for it.
We're here for it. Simon Says. All of the songs on the album slap.
Iconic.
That album, such a great album. I'm very excited for Megan to like come up and make her debut album next year. She's talking about her debut album. There may be a song with Lizzo on her debut album.
We are here for that.
Yes. And Hot Girl Summer with Nicki Minaj.
Oh, that's your thing.
And Ty Dolla $ign. What a great collaboration.
I know.
Okay, so number 4.
Number 4 for me is number 6 collaboration project, Ed Sheeran. Well, if you don't know, I'm an Ed Sheeran hardcore stan. I met him in 2014.
She'll lock home screen picture since 2014.
Since 2014. Here we are, me and Ed. You can see that. Quality times. Yeah, when he released this album, I'm gonna, be honest. At first, I was like, I wanted this to give me number 5 collaboration project.
I had someone else in number 5 collaborations.
Oh.
I know you're gonna be like, that's the best.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Those old songs, like I wanted something like that. I wanted a little more acoustic version. That's what I kind of wanted. But when I listened to the album, I was like, oh, Ed. I see you here. So every song on the album, I really do like a lot. My favorite is probably Take Me Back to London.
You love Take Me Back to London.
Take Me Back to London has been probably one of my most played songs all year. And I love Stormzy. He just came out with a song that features Ed for his new album. Yeah. It's very good. Every song, really, there's no skips for me, personally.
Okay.
I mean, whenever I want to be in, like, a really hyped mood, I'm probably not going to listen to, like,
You love 1,000 Nights.
Oh, I love 1,000 saying nice.
I just thought about that.
I feel like that's a really good collab with Meek Mill and A Boogie. That's really good. But then I also really, really love Remember the Name with Eminem. And
I love Remember the Name.
Yeah.
Okay, I enjoy this album. It's just there's some songs where I don't.
Right.
I'm just like...
Right. I was not expecting Ed to do something with Travis.
No.
Because I don't feel like he would... I never saw that coming. And then whenever it came, I was so surprised.
Yes.
And I was like, I love this.
Love this.
Antisocial, very good.
Very good.
And you know another song that I think is kind of underrated?
I Don't Want Your Money.
Yes.
I Don't Want Your Money. That's the...
I too
That is the underrated bop of the album.
That is. I do really like Beautiful People too, with Khalid.
Oh, I do love it.
I like that. And we have to talk about South of the Border. Because South of the Border is one of my favorite songs. And most people know that I'm not a huge Camila fan.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're not.
Oh, really? I love her on this track. And I love Cardi B's part because I think it adds a little something to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody that I've heard talk about this song says that they think a different rapper should have been on it.
See, I agree. Okay. So, going back to when I was Nicki, I'm a Nicki stan. I am a Nicki stan, but I do like Cardi.
You do
I give
like
her
Cardi.
10s.
Yes,
I give her 10s because she deserves her 10s sometimes because
Yeah.
sometimes she's doing it. But this song for me, I just didn't feel like Cardi B should be on it.
Yeah.
Like, I've said this to you multiple times. I feel like another Spanish rapper should have been on it. Like, Anita or Carol G, like I was just talking about earlier. Becky G. But I feel like someone else should have been on it.
I
It's just
completely
not...
see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, this album, even I Don't Care, and that's saying a lot because, you know...
Way to Break My Heart. That's
great.
Song.
Put It All On Me with LMA.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's number 4 for me.
Okay.
How about you?
Well, number 4 for me is Free Spirit Khalid. Okay, this album, I actually did not like at first because I was just kind of like, these songs aren't hitting me yet. And a lot of people were telling me, like, you just need to listen, like, one day you'll have, like, this realization that this will be one of, like, your best albums, because everybody knows me when I listen to music, that, like, they just know. So I was like, okay, let me listen to it a couple times. One day, it hit me. And you know what song it hit me? It was Alive. Alive, that is one of the best on the album. And I was like, okay, maybe I have to listen to this. And I was also going to Khalid, like, a month or two prior when I was, like, feeling weird about this album.
That's true. You were.
Yeah. And I was like, And then it hit, like I said, it hit me. And then also went into Khalid and I heard all those songs live. I was like, oh, this is one of the best albums that Khalid's put.
I really like Paradise.
That is a great song.
It's a very good song.
That is a great song.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this album.
Okay.
Intro. Fantastic. I love how slow it is and I love everything about it. Bad Luck, that came out before. No, it didn't come out before. Whatever. Bad Luck, the lyrics on that song, great. My Bad, that song came out before the album. Oh, Jesus, that was so good. Okay, I really love Right Back.
That's good too. Sorry.
I know, I agree. I like Right Back, Paradise, 100 out of my head. Free Spirit, great one. 21. Okay.
Oh, that's very good.
Okay, when it gets to 21 to Saturday Nights, that's like where I'm like dead.
Yeah.
Because 21 slaps.
Saturday Nights is so good.
Saturday Nights is so good. Bluffin' is like such a cool, vibey, trippy song, and I just love it. I love it so much. Self, the lyrics on that song, again, wonderful. Alive, hits. Heaven, hits. Saturday Night. Anyways, that album, A1, like steak sauce.
So number 3 for me, it's gonna be Taylor Swift Lover. And, you know, I was hoping that this would be my number 1 album of the year. There's a few reasons why it's not for me. So, I am a hardcore Taylor stan. I've been here since Tim McGraw days, and we've been, you know, chugging along. And I feel like for me, my favorite... I can't even say what my favorite album from her is.
Reputation.
I know, but they're just all
I know,
so
they're
good.
all
Just
really
talking
good.
about
We're
Speak
speaking
Now.
now.
Reputation for me was one of my favorite albums. Like, my favorite era was probably Reputation, just because of the way, like, Taylor just... She just became this whole new person, kind of, and, like, really showed, like, just how great she is, honestly.
Yeah, she just took... what I love about Reputation is that she took back
her narrative, I feel like.
She took what everybody's saying about how she's Snake and how she's vile and how she's just like this big mean person.
Yeah, and she was
and
like,
said, okay, if you want me to be that person, I'll be
Here
that
I
person.
am.
Like, look what you made me do. I love that she did that the whole era.
Right. So when Lover was gonna come out, you know, it was very highly anticipated. But for me, when she released Me, okay, one thing you need to know about me, I love Panic at the Disco.
Yes, you do.
And
I also love Panic at the
when
Disco.
I found out that it was going to be Brendan Urie and Taylor Swift, I didn't know what to do with myself. I cried in my bed.
You did. We were together that day.
Yes. And I was unsure of what the heck I wasn't going to live. Like, how did that happen? I just want to know, right? So then Me comes out, and I'm like, I like the song, but after Reputation, I wanted her to continue that phase of, like, bad girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And she's now in, I love that she's in Love, and, you know, all these great things are happening, but Lover, there's a lot of bops on it. I think I'm not the biggest fan of Lover. I still love it, and I play it all the time. It's just, for me, Reputation was like it for me, and I was like, oh gosh, like, I want this to keep going. Like, I did something bad, don't blame me.
I was listening to
So
it
the
other
goes,
day, and I was like,
just, you know,
oh
that
my God.
album. So when this came out, you know, I Forgot That You Existed. I love that song. I love Cruel Summer.
Cool.
I think Cruel Summer should have been a single.
You know, okay, go ahead.
You know, that's just how I feel. Lover. I love Lover. The Man. The Man.
Let's talk just the bridge alone.
Oh my God.
Just the bridge alone. It's the mod.
So The Man, that's it for me. A lot of my friends really like I Think He Knows.
You're sleeping on it, period.
Now,
because
I
I Think
like
He
it.
Knows slaps.
I do like it. I think for me, it's just not one of my favorites. Then we have Miss Americana and The Heartbreak Prince.
One of the best songs on the album.
That song is, wow.
Yes.
Very good.
Very good.
Cornelia Street, I love. Todrick Hall said it right. This song slaps. F by 1,000 Cuts.
I would love to 5,000 Cuts.
So good. Then we have London Boy.
Speaking
and
of
this-
driving in my
This right here, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah. You are sleeping on False God. False God? All my Taylor stans out there who are going to watch this video and see this, they know. False God, that's
Okay.
it. You know, I guess I really do like this album. It's just that...
It's just not living up to your expectations.
I know. I wanted Reputation vibes, but, you know, she can't keep the same throughout all her eras.
Yeah, also I felt this era wasn't hyped enough.
Yeah,
to
her
how
singles didn't get a lot of hype.
No,
Like, they did,
and-
but it wasn't, you know, they weren't the #1 seller.
I've said this multiple times to Lindsay and other people of Taylor stans.
I agree with you. I think the first single...
Okay, so I think the first single should have been Cruel Summer. Everybody
agree.
loved Cruel Summer.
So
it was
good.
such a bop. I agree. And then,
The Man.
okay.
Oh, no. Then... I
No,
know what
wait.
you're
Let
gonna
me.
say. Then you
let me
think
think about
London
it.
Boy. You said you thought...
Okay,
London
yes.
Boy was a single.
London Boy should have been a promo single. And then, so you have 2 albums and you release the, you know, the
Two singles,
album.
you
Two singles.
Then
And
you
you release the
release the
album. Or, no. 2 singles and you release a pre-order for the album.
Right.
Then the pre-order you get with The Man. Then The Man, okay, so then you have Cruel Summer, London Boy, The Man. But The Man's the second single.
Yes.
Then you release the album. When you release the album, that's when you put You Need to Calm Down as the 3rd single.
And then at the end of the era, you released Me as the closing it all.
Yes. So my number 3, Post Malone, Hollywood's Bleeding. This is also another album that, like, at first, I listened to it before I was going to class one day, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this album. So then I just, like, put it, like, to rest. And a lot of people were telling me, like, you need to listen to it, like, it's one of his best. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll listen to it. This album has grew to be, like, literally top 3. Like, it's top 3. Every song on this album I can listen to. I will sing at the top of my lungs to. I will rap at the top of my lungs to. It's all, and I don't really like. I like Post Malone. I give him his 10s, but now this album made me like low-key a fan of him because I love every song on this album.
It's a
Hollywood's
very good
Bleeding. I love how it starts off like that. Saint Tropez slaps. Enemies. I loved from the start. I knew it was gonna be like the song everybody loves, but I love it.
Die for Me.
Die for Me. Okay,
that,
this is one. No, not yet. But actually, okay. But Die For Me. Oh my god.
Too good.
I love. Okay, Post Malone and Future already like hit the song because that's their type. Like that song was their type of song.
But then you have.
And then you have Halsey at the end.
How? That's another whole.
When she said, "I made 15 million copies off a breakup." Without me, like I just take what you want. That's amazing. I'm gonna be love that song. Staring at the Sun with SZA. I love SZA. I love that. I love that collaboration. Goodbye is one of my favorite songs on the album.
So good.
Like I know it's mainstream, but it's one of my favorite songs on the album.
Unpopular opinion myself.
Okay, it actually has to be Myself and then Goodbyes because Myself.
Oh.
I love that song.
So good.
I love the ooze that leading up to like the ending. That's my favorite part about it. That's my favorite part about it. I didn't notice it until like one day, and I was like, these O's are just like, I love that.
Next level.
And then and then I know. Shout out Jonas Brothers. Shout out Jonas Brothers.
Shout out Jonas Brothers.
It's a good song. And then ending with Wow. Such a great album all around.
All 17 tracks.
All 17 tracks. I adore that album.
My number 2 is Ariana Grande, Thank You Next. This was a hard ranking for me because this album for me is just, it's so good.
It's her best album.
Oh yeah, 110% her best album.
I love Needy.
It gets me every time.
It gets me every time.
Then you know we have NASA.
NASA?
And NASA
slaps.
is my jam.
Yes.
When we were at the concert, I was like, N-A-S-A. Okay?
Oh my god.
Like, when you had an NASA shirt and we were just, okay.
Yes. Okay. Bloodline. When
I heard she took this off the set list, I was devastated, but at least we got to hear it because when she had the pearls, I said, give me your pearls, I love them.
Yep.
Fake Smile.
I love Fake Smile. Yeah. Bad idea.
This album is so good.
I was literally listening to it yesterday and I was like, this album.
And then we have Makeup. Then then we have Ghostin', which I can't discuss because it hurts too much.
I love Ghostin' so much. In My Head's my favorite song by Ariana Grande all the time.
Yes.
Of all time, that's my favorite song by her.
In My Head, Look at You, Boy I Invented You, Gucci Tennis Shoes, Running from Your Issues. 7 Rings.
Slaps.
I can't. That's a song for me that will never get old.
Never get old. That song will never get old for me.
Played, I'm like Breakfast at Tiffany.
Next.
Iconic.
Next.
And then you have Break Up With Your Girlfriend on Board. That song's another one I can't get
enough of.
No, it's just so good.
Right. My number 2, Billie Eilish, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I love Billie so much now. I also did not know how I felt about her. Okay, so I watched Bury a Friend video, and I was like, I can't get behind this creepiness, everything. I just literally can't get behind it. Then one day, I was listening to When the Party's Over and Bellyache. When the Party's Over, her vocals on that song are amazing. And I was just like, she sounds like angelic. I love it so much. So then I listened to her EP, and I was like, okay, I live for this. And her album didn't come out at the time. So then when her album came out, All the Good Girls Go to Hell, slaps. Wish You Were Gay, I love Wish You Were Gay. And what I love about it is that every time, for some reason, I think I like find something new. Like just a couple days ago, I realized that the first verse she's counting from 1 to 6, and then the second verse she's counting 12 to 6, and the track title's number 6. 8's like one of my favorites because it reminds me of Party Favor on her first EP, and the lyrical content on that song is amazing. When it gets to Ilo Milo to Goodbye, these are my favorite tracks. Ilo Milo, I didn't like it at first, but now I'm loving the okay, but like it's really cool. Oh, I love that. Listen Before I Go. I love Listen Before I Go. I Love You is one of my favorite songs on the album. And Goodbye, I don't give appreciation to Goodbye, but Goodbye I love because she sings every song title up to Bad Guy, just in different ways. Number 1.
Here we are at number 1. Number 1 album, Happiness Begins for me.
Of course.
Because this was their year. I wasn't expecting the album to be super great because Joe and Nick have come from different kind of genres. Like, Joe was more like a little bit quirky, you know what I mean? But Nick was like really like R&B pop.
Yeah.
So I was like, how's this gonna come together and like bring their ideas and their sounds together? And I think this was the perfect way to bring their sounds together.
I agree. This was a good album.
I think every song on the album is amazing. So starting with Sucker, obviously everyone knows it. It's an iconic song.
Yes.
And it never, that's one of those songs too that I hear, we go together. And I'm like,
okay.
Cool. I think it was a great second single.
It's a good song.
I loved that.
That grew on me as well.
I love the music video. Them in Miami with their little suits. Then we have Only Human. As soon as this album came out, I said, I hope Only Human is a single.
You knew it,
because you can groove to that no matter what day it is. And then we have my number 1 song on the album.
That's my number 1 song on the
Track
album.
Track 5 used to be 6, which is Every Single Time. And I feel like that, the entrance.
I love that. I love
How
that.
can you start a track so simply?
You can't.
You just trust through comeback.
Oh, I was gonna say Strangers to Come Back for me.
Okay, yeah, but
I like Trust, but I don't
can't.
like Trust sometimes.
Oh.
It's like it has to be like
like
the
you're
mood.
in the mood. Strangers, that's another one with lyrical content like no other.
And the beat's really good.
The
on
beat
that
is
one.
fantastic. Their vocals are insane. Kevin's guitar playing, you know.
Hesitate.
Hesitate makes me cry a little bit every time.
I love Hesitate.
When they did it on tour with those
That's when it really hit me.
things,
That's when it really hit me.
it was phenomenal.
Yes.
Roller Coaster. First of all, that's exactly what I wanted on this album, though.
Yes.
I wanted them to kind of address the situation in a song, but be
But
like,
not
we're
too
here.
much.
Yeah, I didn't
Right.
want it to be like this whole, you know, because we had the documentary for
Exactly.
that, which was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave it to us, and they opened with it, and that in itself is sickening.
It's sick.
They know how to put on a tour.
My number 1, we just talked about it. Thank You Next. Thank You Next is one of my favorite albums to come out this. Not even. It's my favorite album to come out this year.
This decade, probably.
No, maybe. It's my favorite album to come out this year, though, specifically because I will listen to this album every day and not have a problem with
You
it.
have listened to at least one song every day.
Not even one song. I've probably listened to the whole album
Every day for the last year.
But definitely one song out of the day. All right, so thank you for watching our top 5. top 5 albums of this year. Comment below and tell us your top 5 favorite albums to come out this year, and talk about the albums that we like and what you feel about these albums.
Make sure to like and subscribe and follow us on social media.
Yes.
And we will see you guys in our next video.